Hi, today I want to speak about the internal design and layout and furnitures and fixtures, accessories as well as the equipment required in the washing area. First, let's start with the basics. Again, I'm repeating, the term cleaning is the physical removal of microorganisms and soil. Nothing is killed at this point. It is very different from disinfection. Whereas decontamination is the use of physical or chemical means to remove or destroy infectious particles so that the surface of the item is rendered safe for handling. In both cases, soil, that is biosol from the body of the patient, or any other soil like the chemicals used in surgery, as well as microorganisms, or what we commonly call bioburden, is reduced to a safe level. Therefore, in CSSD, these two terms are often used interchangeably. Hence the terms decontamination area or decon or decontam for short and washing area are interchangeable and acceptable. The term dirty area is also correct, though I don't like to use this for my lovely CSSD. So now the washing area is the first working area in the CSSD. And as we said before, it needs to be physically separated from the remaining areas. It's like a separate room or mini department in itself. I feel it should occupy at least 20% of the total floor space of the CSSD, as it has two sections or parts inside, the receiving area and the cleaning area. Also, because large equipment are housed here, more space is required. Also, cleaning is the most important part of the sterilization process, so it should be given enough space. In this area, reusable, contaminated supplies or even disposable items that are reused as per your hospital policy are received, sorted and decontaminated. When I say as per your hospital policy, I hope you have a say in the matter. According to you, that item should be totally cleanable, packable and sterilizable. Please do not agree to re-sterilize these items if you have any doubt on whether you will be able to sterilize it properly. Secondly, I want to say that decontamination in the CSSD is by thorough cleaning, and you may follow it by exposure to hot water or steam. Personally, I do not feel the need for any chemicals for decontamination, as the items are anyway going to be sterilized. But if you feel any chemical decontamination is required, or your hospital or infection control committee feel, then you can go ahead. Still, I will repeat that besides cost, most chemicals have an adverse effect on instruments, that is spoil instruments, and it increases the turnaround time. If you feel they are not decontaminated fully and you don't feel safe handling them, you can use clean gloves for your own safety up till they enter the sterilizer. The instruments don't require this because they are going to be sterilized. I would not use gloves or any chemical at this point. Coming to the furniture, the most important is a receiving counter or a table for checking and sorting goods, racks to store the used goods, and if space permits, different racks for draining of cleaned goods. So you must remember, in this area itself, there is a cleaner section and a dirtier section. Okay? In this area, there is also a manual station, that is sinks, which may be 2 or 3 in number. If possible, have cabinets fitted above and below. This will save floor space. Believe me, and most of you know already, there are enough things to store. If everything is available in this area itself, which is required for this area, we do not need to leave this area to get supplies. Anyway, it's not a good idea for personnel to travel between areas, contaminating other areas. And you all know, but I'll just again take account. There would be instrument cleaning chemistries or cleaning solutions. There would be instrument brushes. There would be cleaning verification indicators. Yes, my friends, cleaning verification is very important now. Then place for keeping your documents like ledgers and files. You also need to keep your housekeeping chemicals, small tools and other consumables meant for the washing area. Preferably there should be a janitor's closet to house standing brooms and mops, as discussed earlier, vacuum cleaners and other large tools. The sinks should have running hot and cold water, and there should be a facility for steam if possible. As I said before, steam is the best decontaminating and disinfecting agent. Okay? There should be a separate sink for washing hands. Please don't wash it in the instrument washing sink. And there should be a separate hand wash solution dispensed by a container mounted on the wall. I'm sure you know by now that bar soaps are totally out. And eye wash facility is also mandatory in case there are spills and splashes. In fixtures, I would include a water gun, an air gun, flexible hand showers and sprays neatly attached to the faucets or taps in the sink. All these also would be wall mounted to save space. Accessories include tray, baskets, trolleys, garbage bins, and of course the garbage bins have disposable liners, should be available. Speaking of mechanical equipment, I'm sure you already know, but I must mention here that an ultrasonic machine, a washer disinfector and a dryer are desirable. The ultrasonic machine is not very expensive and every hospital can afford one. Just think, you have built a modern OT with all kind of fancy gadgets and accessories. How is it you cannot afford an ultrasonic machine? Please try to convince your management on this point, as I feel very strongly about it and that it's really needed in each and every CSSD. Further, we have tunnel washer disinfectors and multi-stage ultrasonic washing machines, which can even remove gross dirt. That means if the instruments are not pre-cleaned in the user departments, they can still go through these. Okay? In case if your hospital policy does not allow pre-cleaning, then you need this kind of machine. If you don't have one, still you can empty the bloody instruments into a sink or a basin filled with lukewarm water or diluted enzyme solution for around 10 minutes. They have to be rinsed off without any splashing and with complete PPE. And then you can continue as you do for the pre-cleaned items, that is checking, sorting, etc. List is not an exhaustive list. What does an exhaustive list mean? That it is not 100% complete. Many more furniture, fixtures, accessory and equipment may be added or subtracted based on space and budget and your persuasion capacity, of which the last one is the most important. That is your persuasion capacity. We also might have read that this area should have a negative pressure as compared with surrounding areas, since it is the most contaminated area in the CSSD. But what to do if you don't have the negative pressure? Well, you keep the door closed most of the time to avoid airflow to the surrounding areas, as well as to maintain, if the negative pressure exists, then the closed doors help that also. Also, as per CDC and AMI, 6 to 10 air changes are required. If you don't have this also, you at least fight or ask for an air conditioning and an exhaust so that the air is continuously being changed, leading to very few germs in the air. In any case, only entry exit of personnel or letting trolley in should be allowed. This area should not be accessible to anyone else. Frequent cleaning of this area is advocated. Do you know there are robots who can clean floors? In the washing area, the used goods are received through a window or a hatch. After checking the goods only, are they taken into the cleaning area of the washing area. They could be collected by CSSD staff from the hospital if enough power is there, manpower is there. But the principles are the same. Whether it is brought in closed trolleys or it is collected by you in closed trolleys, the principles are the same. As I said, this area is divided into two sections. The receiving section, where tables and racks and trolleys are kept, and the cleaning section, where the equipment is kept for cleaning. We have to keep the cleaned goods away from used goods and don't mix the two in any type of setup. There may be no wall between these two, but some difference. Preferably, the items can go through the washer disinfector directly into the clean area through a double door machine. We will speak about this later. One more point which I feel very strongly about. No soiled linen should come to CSSD under any circumstance. It should go directly to the laundry and clean linen should come to the CSSD. Sorting and counting can be done in the laundry, but they are equipped with their PPE and a separate area for the same. I don't even like it if it's done in the user department because there would be a spread of infection in these areas. In case you need to count the linen to prevent pilferage and missing, then you can send a representative to the laundry and let it be counted there. Sadly, pilferage of linen is common and always the CSSD is blamed for shortage. Though it is no fault of ours, it may not have and will not have disappeared in the CSSD. Okay, so keeping a tally of what you issue and what comes in through the laundry or using disposable linen could be an answer for this. So much so for furniture, fixture, equipment and layout. We will go more into details in another talk. For the time being, I'll end here. Till we meet again. Cheerio!